Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video, and welcome back to a replay analysis episode of Climb to Master. So we are back doing another replay episode because you guys seem to enjoy it. And obviously they're not always going to be that. Like, this video would have been probably involved, like, before this day, it would have been a live one. But I think they're just sometimes valuable to show if there's just something worth learning. But this game, we're going to be basically going about the topic of rage quitting and giving up. Because the title of this video probably would have been on the lines of, like, I made him rage quit. And we go for an invade. Unfortunately, don't really get anything for it apart from a flash, which, again, is still good. But two things happened for that flash. One, our Poppy actually had to take E, which obviously isn't the best thing for take. And also, we're giving up, like, positioning and health here. So we have to be a little bit careful because we could get surrounded. One thing I do want to say is, again, there are some frustrating people in League. We'll keep it actually playing. This Rise was one of those really annoying people that you just don't want. Basically, he was raging, like, and I mean properly being salty and raging about the Kai'Sa pick. So somebody picked Kai'Sa, you know, let them pick whatever. And he was raging about it. And it turned out that this was his first ever season in Diamond. He, you know, just raging for the sake of raging. Anyway, Tryndamere is going for a fight on me. Unfortunately, I trade negatively. Would have been nice if I got a nice trade on him. But I would argue, again, like, people have some weird point of views and everybody's biased to their own argument. Rise sucks, in my opinion, for solo queue. He's not a great solo queue champion. So when that Rise was, like, moaning and raging about the Kai'Sa, I'm kind of... I didn't say anything, but I was kind of like, yeah, but, like, Rise isn't that good. So that was just my initial thought. So anyway, I'm going to get to Tryndamere. And yes, I made this guy rage quit top lane. You'll be like, how did you do that? You know, you just had a negative trade. You have to base already. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I've played League, obviously, for a very long time. And two things I know. One, Tryndamere isn't very good. And secondly, that guy's clan tag is Udyr. And this is where some people would disagree with me, and that's completely fine. All I can speak from is experience. That's the only thing that I can draw into. And as for experience... He's playing Tryndamere because obviously he's very similar to Udyr. You know, they're basically the same champion, more or less. Anyway, I'm going to go for a trade on him. Going to keep running. I unfortunately didn't pop Phase Rush, but we're going to keep on going. Unfortunately, we don't get the first blood, but we nearly kill him. So now we're going to have to make him go back, which is a really good trade for us considering he doesn't have teleport or anything like that. Poppy, you can actually see, is just walking around the, you know, trying to get him right here. Going to keep going. She does use the flash and boom. Get a nice kill and I actually get an assist. So the first thing just to say is I know Tryndamere players, I know Udyr players. They tend to be a bit ragey. And this is where, again, people would disagree for me saying that, but all I can speak from is experience. So if you kind of drive them into the ground in the early game especially, oh my god, they hate it. Why? Because they're running champions. They require snowballing and being so strong that people can't run at them and that, you know, they can just murder anything. If you get ahead of them, they tilt really easily. And basically, you would have saw in the minimap if you rewind it, when he died, he started spam pinging. The second thing was he was an all-typer. I've said again, if you're an all-typer, to me, you're not in the top bracket of intelligent League players. The reason for it is you're basically telling the enemy team you're tilted. You're telling them, come kill me more, I am your win condition. If you kill me, you will win the game. Now, unfortunately, my Kai'Sa does die, and if memory serves correct, this Kai'Sa, I think, may have even apologized for this game. It was her first game playing it, and she didn't know what the hell she was doing. So whenever you are picking up a champion, again, eventually you're going to have to pick up a champion for the first time. You know, that is a thing. Going for another trade on the Tryndamere. He is tanking minions, by the way, so I'm kind of thinking, gonna get my passive on him. Gonna go for another kill, and wham, he does kill me, and we trade. That's okay with me. Fine with me completely. So yeah, the Kai'Sa did apologize a bit because he was like, this is my first time playing it. I don't really know what she does. I'm sorry. And again, just be courteous to others. If it's your first time playing it and you haven't done any research, it's other people's ratings on the line in the end of the day. They're going to try and go for a kill on her. Really close. Braum does pick up the kill. Jarvan does return to the bot lane. And the Jarvan, by the way, I will say, does go bot lane quite a lot this game. Why? Because one of two things. Kai'Sa is known to be pretty weak right now. And two, you can just kind of generally tell this person doesn't know Kai'Sa. Hell, looking in the loading screen and seeing, you know, if you're a jungler and you're like, 0 games played Kai'Sa, and she's a weak champion, you're kind of thinking, I can camp that. So, like, it just makes sense. But yeah, I traded with the Tryndamere once again. I'm okay with that because, again, he was all typing by this stage. He uses emotes. He was all typing. He's that type of player that is going to just basically fight you the whole time. And I'm okay with being Darius versus Tryndamere. Like, obviously, yes, there is a small counter between these two champions. If he ults when I ult, it counters. But if you're smart as Darius and basically you either surprise him with your ultimate, like you just chunk him before he gets his ultimate, or you just be patient with building a little bit tanky, you have true damage, so you will eventually be okay. But I'm okay with early trading. He's already all typing, which means he's, you know, borderline tilting already. Huzzy cannon. So all I've got to do is be patient and play my game. That's all I got to do. Their comp is very squishy. You know, they've got a Jarvan, but as a Darius, I do crazy amount of damage given the opportunity. So just play your game. Don't get involved with people's mind games. Don't get sucked into the all chat. Don't do anything like that. Just play your game. And one of the kind of crazy things that did happen this game, again, like I said, he's an all-typer, he was moaning about the ganking difference of top lane. So obviously the first thing that happened when he died was I got him very low. It was a very good trade by me, and he was basing here, and Poppy just dove him. That happened. Jarvan hasn't been top lane yet, but Poppy is coming back again. We're going to see what we can do. So I'm kind of thinking, right, I just say level 6, Poppy's right here. If I go for an engage on him, like, right now, Poppy potentially can help me kill him. So going to go for another play. He does throw the ignite on me. Wham! And we do get another kill. So there is Poppy's second gank. I'm thinking, nice. That's really good for me. Really good gank by Poppy. And a lot of these, unfortunately, for this Tryndamere is because of him. He, you know, Poppy, that is now the second time that Poppy has gone for that type of, like, gank. No ward to protect it, no nothing. Engages without any vision. And come on, like, if I was a top lane and I'm seeing, like, a guy go pretty aggressive to me right next to the tower, I'm thinking, something's happening here. You would. As a diamond player, you just would. You'd be like, what's going on? Echo's now roam top lane, by the way. And because I executed Tryndamere my ultimate is still available. So me and Poppy are going to go for a fight onto the Echo. Need to get my ultimate on him. Nearly get my ultimate. I could have ulted him right there and there. I didn't. And randomly, he just let me kill him. I didn't even need to use my ultimate. My dot finished him off. Obviously, if he ulted, he would have jumped straight back into us, me and Rise. So he probably would have died anyway. But it was just a little bit weird to see him not attempt to survive at all. Jarvan is now in top lane, so again, the enemy team probably a little bit worried about a now 3-1 Darius. Rise is going to go for an escape play, does manage to get it off, so there you go. You get Jarvan's ultimate, and doesn't, you know, that's just generally quite good. Jarvan, by the way, is already 3-0, and you'll also note he's building Cinderhook. So many people think that because you get strong, you have to build damage. You don't have to. You know, if you're the type of champion that jumps into 5 of them, sometimes you're going to have to still go tanky. I'm teleporting to the top lane because I'm like, do I teleport to top lane? Do I walk to top lane? What do I do? And right now, if you're wondering what's going on, look at the mini-map in the bottom right. You will see Tryndamere in mid lane. I don't know if... Can I show it? I might be able to show it. It depends. Because sometimes all chat is shown and sometimes it's not. Unfortunately, there is a certain setting that you can get all chat to show in replays. Unfortunately, I don't have it on. Tryndamere quit top lane. I made him rage quit top lane. He literally in all chat said, basically, I quit top lane or screw top lane, open top. So, again, he's calling. Again, never call for opens if you're not actually opening. If you're unaware, opening means that lane or whatever is just free. You just win the game. And it's not up to an individual to call opens. If you want to go AFK, do it. Get punished, whatever. But it's not up to an individual to call for an open. It's up to a team to agree. If the whole team is like, this game is just pointless, let's just, you know, let them end, and blah, 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 that's borderline okay. But for one person to kind of just go, screw you, I've lost top lane really badly, you know, whatever, that's a bit dodgy in my opinion. And you'll notice, you know, he's raging out, flipping out, now quit top lane. The enemy team aren't that far behind. And yes, I am the biggest lead in my team right now, I'm pretty sure. Like, I've got overall 3,000 gold. Poppy's pretty close to me, but I've got the most gold apart from the Jarvan in the game right now. The enemy team aren't that far behind, but the Tryndamere has basically just conceded top lane to me, and now they've put an Echo against me, who is 0-2 himself, who is very weak himself. So it's kind of like, you know, you're basically at this point feeding the Echo to the wolf. You know, what the hell is this Echo going to do to me? So I get my passive on him. Going to go for a play. He does ult away. Jarvan's going to try and help. I'm too strong at this point. They can't do anything to me. I can 2v1 very easily because they are in a lane. they put somebody in a lane against me who isn't designed to go against me. If Tryndamere was against me with his ultimate and wouldn't die with ultimate, then maybe they could 2v1 by killing me, by battering me with the Jarvan and the Tryndamere. They can't do that with Echo. So this lane, they're basically handing to me. They're going to just keep letting me just go crazy because the Tryndamere rage quit top. And again, emotions, if you're emotionally weak, and I've said it before, and I don't even mind offending people in this because really, ranked just isn't for you. It's the reason why I don't mind offending people by saying if you're emotionally weak, don't play ranked, is because it's not just your rank. It's other people's rating. So if you can't handle it, don't punish other people if they can. You know, I feel whenever this Tryndamere rage quit top lane, I feel sorry for the Caitlyn, the Jarvan who's doing well, the Rakan that's doing well. I feel sorry for those people because it's not their fault. So, you know, what I would say, if you're just that type of person, just have I know it sounds very cheesy, just have a good look at yourself. And if you are somebody that does find yourself rage quitting a lane, going, I'm not going that lane anymore, just have a think. That's all I ask. Have a little think about, you know, is it okay for you to play ranked? Is it worth it? Enemy team do go for play. Echo does actually flash for it. And basically, my team, and we were talking in this game. Again, some games of solo queue are just nice. Like, your whole team talks, the enemy team talks to you. And, you know, the enemy team right now is grouping because they can't deal with me. No one on the enemy team can deal with me. Even if Jarvan came top lane, I'd kill him easily. I can 2v1 pretty much anybody in the enemy team. Nobody can deal with me if I manage to get my full passive on people. So they're just going to group. You know, you can see they're all kind of just in mid lane. Both the Echo and the Tryndamere in the same lane. Which, again, is helping me. But they are going to get a couple kills for it. You know, you can see they're actually now ahead in gold. And I won't, you know, bit of a spoiler, but this Tryndamere, if I'm not mistaken, literally doesn't go top lane ever. Ever in this game. Like, he goes bot lane, he goes mid lane. I don't think, and we'll watch it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't go top lane once for the rest of the game. Like, he literally has just had that, like, hissy fit toddler tantrum of going, nope, that place is bad. And like, even if I'm not there, by the way, even if, say, I went bot lane, Tryndamere still wouldn't go top lane. He literally quit top lane. Because he has that, you know, negative mindset of, I'm going to die if I go to top lane. And I'll say he did it to himself partially. Like, whenever, I'm sure everybody, and you can let me know in the comments, what champion in League, or what champions in League, do you see whenever somebody on the enemy team locks it in, what champions are you happy to see? Personally, for me, it is stuff like Tryndamere, Master Yi, that type of thing. I am happy when I see them, because I'm thinking, there's a free win. If you play it correctly, it's really easy. Anyway, going to go for an Echo play right now. Going to go for a BAM ultimate play. Get one kill. The Rakan and the Caitlyn here and the Jarvan's here. But I've got my passive up, so I can actually use my ultimate to get my full damage going. Nearly dead. Boom. Get another one. Kai'Sa uses her ultimate with her passive to teleport straight on top of the Rakan. They're going to continue going for the kill. Really nice Poppy play, but Jarvan's damage does come through. They're going to continue just trying to kite him as well as they can. Poppy, one of the best champions versus a champion like Jarvan, because she gets that deny. Her W is quite far away, so they can't rely on it, but she can still E when Jarvan wants to combo. So she's going to go for an E to stop the combo. Gives time for Rise, and boom, there's Tryndamere and bot lane. So we just killed 4 of them. Really nice play. And again, this is where you've got to be smart about what type of champ you are. I'm Darius. I'm usually not a carry in League of Legends. I'm sure most of us can agree with that. My Kai'Sa should be. My Rise should be. So if the enemy team is focusing me, but I still manage to get 1 or 2 of them very low, it's a positive thing for like me and my team in general. The one thing kind of crazy happened with this game as well. Like I mentioned earlier, this Kai'Sa, this was her first time playing Kai'Sa. She really didn't know the champion. She built completely wrong, and it was kind of like, oh god. So she's building, like, she's got a pickaxe, she's got a recurve bow, so I think she was building Ginsu's, which again, when you were theory crafting her build, it was like, that might work, but basically, as more people are playing Kai'Sa, the more people learn. You don't go for all 3 upgrades when you're playing Kai'Sa. Basically, she goes for a standard kind of Ashe build, more or less, like Essence Reaver and stuff like that is your rush item, and she does something potentially right now. Did you see that? She just sold the recurve bow, she just sold the pickaxe, and I think she's about to buy a BF sword. I think the Rise was the main person who was telling her this, and I may have agreed, going, yeah, it's the wrong build. Nobody told her to sell her stuff. You know, she's not strong anyway, so it doesn't matter that much, but yeah, it's a really questionable thing to do. Especially that, like, pickaxe. That's a fine item. You could have kept the pickaxe. Anyway, there is a dive coming in by the enemy team. It actually doesn't go very well for them. Kai'Sa uses her ultimate to get into the fight. And again, just to remind you, she just sold her stuff. Also, I'll rewind. She just sold her stuff, but she manages to pick up a nice kill here. So that's really good going. So they go for the dive, doesn't go well. Let's focus on bot lane, though. Gonna go for a play on Tryndamere. So I ult him, right? You're kind of thinking, what the hell was the ult Huz? Purposely wanting to bait him. Again, I know I'm probably never going to kill this Tryndamere with my ultimate because he can just ult when I want to ult. So if I get rid of my ultimate, and I know this is a lot of mind games, but I promise you this is exactly what I wanted to do. If you get rid of your ultimate, that Tryndamere instantly is thinking, oh, I can kill him, he doesn't have ultimate. The ult is meaningless to me because I'm not relying on my ultimate to kill him. But if me using my ultimate at a pointless time gets it to him to engage on me, it's worth it. So he goes for the engage on me. I get his full passive. He goes for the ignite play, and I just kill him because in his head, it's a mental thing of, oh, Darius hasn't got ult. I can jump on him. No, I'm not relying on my ultimate to kill you. I'm using the ultimate to make you go on me because it doesn't matter anyway. So that Tryndamere just got baited to the maximum, and it doesn't matter if he's quit top lane. I could just follow this Tryndamere around. Which I just did, and I killed him in bot lane. And what's he going to do? Quit bot lane now? It's just the way that it goes. But there's a little tip for you guys. If you're ever Darius, or ever really an executing champion versus a Tryndamere, don't rely on your execute. If you can get your execute off, great, but it's very unlikely you're going to kill somebody beforehand. Anyway, by the way, this is still going on. Enemy team are just diving under tower, and they're just getting completely wrecked. Kai'Sa picks up another kill. Is it a coincidence that she sold her items, got more useful ones, and now is getting kills? I don't know. And there's the Echo gone. Don't know. Like, again, I was on the enemy team, so I didn't even know that happened. I don't know if he rage quit. I know he comes back. So I don't know if he rage quit. I don't know if he DC'd. Poppy does die, unfortunately, to the Jarvan, who eventually makes it himself. Ryze is going to try and get the Jarvan himself. Does get a nice Q hit, by the way. Probably not going to pick anything up from it, though. All right, build-wise on Darius. Get myself a Black Cleaver, get myself some Ninja Tabby, and then finally the Executioner's Calling. Yes, counter the healing. If I'm not relying on my ultimate, one thing that could potentially sway Tryndamere killing me is if he just heals too much while he's in ult form. Don't give him the opportunity. Try to go for him. Unfortunately, he gets a little bit too far away. You can see Echo is back. Tryndamere, for some reason, again, he's giving me this stuff. Like, he just goes for me there. Gonna keep going for him because I'm kind of thinking, why not? Gonna go for the play. Again, you'll notice I didn't ult. I've got ultimate up, I'm pretty damn sure. Why would I go for it, while he's got ultimate? There is no point. Echo is now the next contender. I'm kind of thinking, let's go, but it was a bit too much. But this is, again, the whole point, like I'm saying, don't rely on your ultimate to kill somebody if you know they can counter it. Just play a different playstyle. Like, this Tryndamere probably is kind of thinking, oh, he's Darius. Like, I'll never die. He can't execute me at ult. So change, adapt, kind of go, okay, I'm not a R champion anymore. Against him anyway. Like, the rest of them, I'll ult. But the other ones, don't rely on it. Anyway, the enemy team is pushing in the mid lane right now, while my bot lane is pushing top. So there's a bit of a weird situation, because these guys should technically go and counter this, but they're not. Poppy does do a nice engage on the Caitlyn, but unfortunately, no follow-up from the Ryze. Would have been good. I don't know if Poppy could have ulted the Caitlyn while she was on her, and then gave the opportunity to Ryze to catch up. But alas, it doesn't happen. Kai'Sa pretty low. You'll notice that the Braum has got Zeke's already, which is a pretty early Zeke's, but, help her out as much as she can. She's got her Essence Reaver now. Enemy is running to the top lane. And again, right now, my mind is, I've got a ward right here. My teleport is up. Do I go for it? Do they need me? The answer is no. They're doing fine. Like, Poppy's doing decent amount of damage like she does do to tanks. So they can just, like, fight them without me regardless. So I'm kind of thinking, they don't need me. I'm going to keep pushing bot lane. Tryndamere is over this area. They do have to be a little careful. They are running into the enemy territory. But there is a teleport play coming from the Ryze now. They're continuing trying to go for something, which, again, I don't know if they're going to do, because the enemy team has got pretty good escape. I'm in bot lane, going to just try and get the tower. Poppy is, by the way, continuing going for something right now. Rakan rooks the completely wrong way, which actually potentially is going to get him killed, and it does. So I don't know why Rakan walked that way. Kai'Sa is near the Tryndamere, and you'll notice Tryndamere is level 9, the same level as our AD carry. I'm level 12. And I'm basically just going to be chilling with the Caitlyn a little while. Not probably going to be able to get to her without the flash, and I don't have it up. Kai'Sa against the Tryndamere. Again, this Tryndamere played desperate the whole game, moaning at all chat the whole game. So you kind of know what he's going to do. He uses both summoners, using his ultimate now to survive. All Kai'Sa needs to do is keep running. Just keep running, uses her Q, Ryze gets a W, and he dies, and she survives. So you'll notice somebody who is tilting themselves in all chat is going to go for really weird plays like that. And again, this is probably the Echo now raging because of the Tryndamere. And he's thinking, like, he's probably alive. Thumbs up, and bam, you're dead. Don't thumbs up me. But yeah, the Tryndamere tilted himself from playing pretty bad in top lane, typing in all chat, basically made people laugh at him because it is kind of funny. Rakan potentially might get a bit too close. Don't know why he went for that play. You know, clearing minions that were about to die anyway. I go for a early ultimate play, but we do pick up the kill once again. So there we go. Now the Kai'Sa is now starting to get some strength. I just blocked the Caitlyn ultimate. Did not do any damage to me, apparently. But yeah, it's about judging your enemy's emotions more than anything. Like, again, League is a mechanical game, sure, but it's also a mental game. It's also kind of a game of chess, knowing what your opponent is going to do and how are they going to react to certain things. And when you see someone like this Tryndamere in all chat moaning, basically crying about how it's unfair when he picked Tryndamere in 2018, and he isn't a one-trick, you know, again, when I say this type of thing, if you're a one-trick, I expect you to be above and beyond on certain champions. This guy doesn't even really play Tryndamere, and he's moaning about it. So that also is a bit weird. Anyway, I teleport in basically just to stop the mid lane play. Gonna try and go for the Jarvan right now. Braum is dying, and I make the kind of decision, I'll kill the Jarvan and then I can kill the Caitlyn after. Unfortunately, Braum does die, which I didn't want him to die, obviously, but I'm pretty sure we could have killed both of them anyway. Kai'Sa picks up another kill, and now she's on Rampage. So would I advise people to sell their items like this Kai'Sa did? Honestly, no. I don't think that's a very good idea, but it worked out for this Kai'Sa. She's got a lot more strength now than she ever would have probably with her other build, but this is just a testament to build correctly from the beginning. If you build correctly from the beginning, then you'll have the strength from the beginning. So I go back and buy. The reason why I went back and bought is I actually got Dead Man's Plate. Very good item on Darius. Gives him the movement speed that he needs. Give him a nice auto attack buff on his first auto attack on somebody. Just generally a good item on him. And again, this game, when you're playing with someone's emotions, when they're letting you kind of beat them because they're being emotional in all chat, I know who my win condition is, and it's mainly just crazy beating this Tryndamere. So building Dead Man's is honestly more just to counter this Tryndamere. Don't give him an opportunity to get back into the game. Because, you know, if I wanted to build in general, I could build like a Guardian's Angel and just group the whole time or something if I wanted to. But the Dead Man helps me against the Tryndamere specifically. But as you'll notice, like I said earlier, because I'm kind of thinking, right, I'll go top lane. The enemy team is grouping, by the way. I'll go top lane and push. The Tryndamere will come and stop me. But like I mentioned earlier, he doesn't go top lane once again this whole game. So he really meant that he rage quit top lane. Enemy team is just grouping. So me and Ryze are kind of just like splitting. And we weren't expecting like anything really to go wrong. But the enemy team engage. But I remember the Braum saying to Poppy and Kai'Sa, hell, what did you guys just do? And they both apologized. I don't know what for. I'm not going to rewind. But I think something happened that they engaged at the wrong time or something like that. So unfortunately, yeah, they do die. My idea of going against the Tryndamere in top lane didn't work, unfortunately. And right now, I'm already thinking they're doing Baron. Why wouldn't they? They just killed like 3 people or something. They don't have we don't have a smite. Get a vision ward. I flash over the traps. Gonna go for the play right now. Get 1 kill with my ultimate. Get my proc on the next one. Gonna go for as many as I can. Remember, Darius heals with his Q. And because I've got my passive up, if I auto-attack people once or get my Q on them once, it does apply all 5 stacks. And boom, quadra kill. So the Baron play, I would say, wasn't a bad play. You know, they killed our jungler. They had smite, we didn't. The idea was fine. The execution was bad. And also, Ryze just killed Tryndamere. So basically what they should have done was basically stop the Baron and focus on stopping me a lot more. And I will say they potentially could have if they played it well, but I will say, did play it quite well. That, you know, they had the trap set up. They had the Echo stun happening. I flashed over it. I flashed over the traps and killed the Echo before the stun landed, I think. Or as the stun was landing. If Jarvan engaged on me or Rakan engaged on me as I was coming in, they probably would have had a lot better chance of killing me, where they didn't focus me enough and they basically like allowed me to get to a state that my passive was just going to take over. Applying the stacks, killing people with my true damage ultimate. So that's the strength of Darius. Very similar to Alawi. If you focus them, you don't give them the opportunity, they're not that strong. But if like they were I was basically 4v1 and they didn't focus me enough, it was just free. Get another kill on Jarvan. I couldn't even get there to help. And right now we're kind of thinking, right, let's push bot lane. We've got Baron now. Their Jarvan is now dead. We can pretty much nearly end the game. Enemy team was looking, I think, for a cheese kill on my bot lane. They get turned on. Poppy hits the Caitlyn. I get a nice assist by that. Kaiser picks up another kill. So honestly, yes, we carried this game relatively well. What obviously did help was the Tryndamere helped us and the Echo helped us. The Tryndamere's attitude basically won the game for me because everybody again has their emotions of, ooh, that's gonna like drive me on. It could be anything, you know. One of the things that drives me is if I see my lane opponent specifically moan in all chat, because that just kind of gets me going. I'm like, ooh, let's do it, let's snowball. He's moaning in all chat, and that's what happened. If he didn't say anything, I might have not gone as crazy this game because I wouldn't have had that drive to win. But obviously the Echo is still in top lane. Apparently right at the end, Tryndamere was doing blue buff. So yes, both of these two played really bad. And it's like I said earlier, if you're not mentally strong enough, if you're going through whatever, you know, I'm completely fine with people going through negative parts of their life. But if because of that, you have a bad attitude in ranked, don't play ranked. Like, I beg you for the community, don't do it. It's other people's rating on the line, not just your own. But yeah, how to make people rage quit in top lane? Fight them. Again, I used the stereotype of Tryndamere and the guy, and he had an Udyr tag. I used that stereotype against him. And it's not always going to work because stereotypes aren't 100% a thing. But he's going to want to fight me, and I've always known those type of players to tilt really quick. So fighting him early, Poppy came top lane twice. That's all that needed to happen, and his mind was gone. Literally, he did not come top lane again. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, throw a like on it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that quadra kill. If you did, throw a like as well. Let me know what type of champions you want to see. I am, again, playing on my main account a little bit more without recording. So, I don't know, maybe once a week or something like that, you may get, like, these type of episodes. Because if I'm playing without recording, but a good game like this happens, I want to cover it. Because there are some good lessons to learn. You know, last one that we did on the Fizz showed that fiestas do happen and you can turn a game even if it's looking bad. And then this one shows how to use someone's mindset against them, push the advantage, and just snowball, basically. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. See ya.